Hello, this is Kazuyoshi Hisano. Thank you for listening to this podcast program. The title of the program is Habits Craft for Your Future, Transforming Thought and Actions. I've been speaking about how to form your habit. And the reason is because if you understand and work on your habits, your future will definitely be good. And in the course of thinking and talking about habits, I've also realized that it is so important for us to be able to perform at a very, very important moment. And eventually this discussion goes to making those important critical moment as part of your comfort zone, and which means that living in such or surrounded by such pivotal moments are going to be part of your habit eventually. But of course, this is not easy, and many people asked me how you can do good at very challenging and important moment. Not just because I am coaching the top athletes who usually need to be living in the on and off mode. I mean that particularly when they are performing in the game, they will need to put the best and also put their best in the game, and also in the game they're up and down, and particularly there are important game-changing moment, and those who can do good at those moments will excel and become the star. On contrary, even if the performance, it doesn't have to be a professional sport, but even if the performance are above the average or highly skilled, if you cannot perform at a very important moment, like scoring a goal or doing the best, running and throwing it at a very important moment, you'll maybe be an average player despite your ability. So we have to understand that the ability, skill, knowledge, anything that you acquire are valuable, necessary, and of course need to be respected. But at the same time, whether you can use them at the right moment, which means important moment, whether you can do that or not is going to be the element for you to make your life prosperous or average. We all know this, I guess. But I at the same time, I think that we don't know this too sufficiently to the reasonably important level. I mean, you could say that because I'm not an athlete, I'm not a performer. There are no such important moments that make my life so different. You could easily say so. And I understand that statement. But at the same time, I want to argue that, alright, even if you say so, there are so many important moments in your life. And whether you do good at that moment or not will make a change. And I hope you are following what I'm trying to say. And of course, I'm a goal vision guy or a cognitive psychology science guy, which means that if you set a goal, it's like this. If you set the goal properly, then your brain will tell which moment is important. And then you just need to work on that moment, and then you'll be able to succeed. It's a simple equation. Set the goal first. If that goal is a properly set goal, and then you'll be able to find what's important. I'm saying it's a game. And then if you find something that is important and then you work on, you attack that, and then you will get the result. Very simple. So the most important thing is that you need to know, of course, before, like a basic assumption is that you set the goal, and on top of that, you will identify what's important, and you just perform. So, given that you have set the goal and you've known what's important, and then I would say that relaxing, your gut power, and also being less sensitive. Insensitivity might be another word, but are the factors that enable you to perform well, which I've been explaining in the previous weeks. If you need to relax, you need to be bold, and you need to have a clear mind relaxed, and sharp intelligence are needed. And given that you are understanding these skill set or tendency, and then you will need to go through a lot of occasions that you work on. Number of the opportunities, number of the timing that you work on, and then you will be a real kind who will be able to make those important moments as part of your comfort zone. So it all goes back like this. Like if you set the goal properly, and then you will know what is important. And because those are part of your comfort zone, those important moments are part of your comfort zone. Therefore, you just perform as you do, always as you do. No difference. Nothing different. And then you get the win, and win after win, and then you move forward to somewhere totally different. So, yeah, we need a chart to explain this. You need to relax, you need to have the guts power, and also you'll need to be so clear-minded. And then on top of that, the number of the occasions that you are able to face such important moment, and then that overall makes those things part of your comfort zone, which means that you can easily identify when is important, and your skill will probably evolve when you are put in that occasion, and then it's going to be natural for you to succeed. I just give you some example. This is just a normal thing, and this is what happened today. So I'm part of an organization, and I am the secretary for that group, and which means that I need to run this group. It's kind of a one year responsibility, and every year people takes a role. Not going to be a forever role, but just this year I've taken this role. I've been assigned or asked, and then I'm doing this. So this is a group of people with so talented and experienced, and I'm one of the youngest person who is running the group. And maybe this will scare some people because all the people around you are so much experienced and knowledgeable. However, of course, I don't care. I have a ton of respect to those people, but still, I'm the secretary. I need to run the group, and I don't need to worry at all. However, this was another pivotal moment for me. Just running a meeting is so important. The reason is we have, as a group, a purpose that we want to serve, and each meeting, like a board meeting held every month, are going to be very important for the entire group to set the tone and set the direction and make optimal decisions, despite everybody has words to say. Right? In order to handle the meeting or run the meeting properly and make a decision on some important things, I prepared a lot for this meeting. And also I concentrated to run this meeting. It's just one of the meeting, and you can just do it as it is. However, if you carefully prepare material, of course, PowerPoint, and if you carefully prepare for the meeting, and people will know that I've prepared the meeting carefully, and people will know how much I care of this place. And also, during the meeting, because the preparation was good, I had to work overnight, with very less sleep. However, I'm not talking about that. It is good to sleep less. I'm just talking about that because this is important, and I realize that this is important. As a result, how I did impacted the outcome of the group and meeting. That's the number one effect. And the second one is this. Because I am doing this carefully and put an effort on this, people in the group perceive me in a different way or show respect to me because I've done a lot to run this properly. Of course, you have to be careful that the reputation that you want to build does never go up before on top. It's just about how I'm trying to contribute to the group, and as a result, unwillingly, the people's evaluation to me will become higher. So we have to remember this in order, and always, because you don't have to worry about that. I'm talking about what happens as a result, which means eventually, because I get the credit and also the meeting was organized properly, then I'll be able to run it easily second time. This is actually the fourth time, so fifth time, sixth time, it's going to be easier and more. So it's as I mentioned, it's a 1 year role. So I have a board meeting every month, which means we have 12 board meetings. So we could compare that, the first one compared to the 12th one. Obviously, the first meeting or the first 3 meetings are going to be very important, and I've done very well. So that means I'm in a good shape. So this is just an example. It's just a meeting, but you should be facing an opportunity to handle a meeting or participate or prepare for a meeting or even a short session that like a 5-10 minutes in a meeting in your workplace. And you don't know, if you could prepare for that, people will see. And of course, the impact that you add to the group or company or the activities, initiatives will be actually huge. It's never be huge. It's just one meeting. But cumulatively, if you prepare and do and keep doing and doing, it's going to be a very, very game-changing thing for your life, for everybody's life. So this is how it works. And deep inside yourself, you know each time matters. Each one single thing matters. The only excuse is that, okay, but I can't put my effort every time. I can't do it. I can't put my full effort every time. I agree with that. So you need to be clear with which is going to be the important one. Good. And again, I tell you that if you set the goal properly, your brain will tell you this is going to be important. And you will just listen to your heart, and then you try to put the effort as much as possible. And during that period, you need to relax. You need to rely on your gut's power, and also you need to have a clear mind, right? That is, in my belief, I think it's how it works. And going through this, you'll be able to get accustomed to these important moments, and you don't feel any stress doing that. Maybe you just need to take time and put some effort. You get tired, maybe you may need to cut some sleep. However, you will experience that, okay, this will lead me to succeed, to achieve something. That's what I wanted to say. All right, so I think we are getting close to the end of this part. Not really, but we're getting close to. So we are going to try to summarize how do you be a strong person who is who is a high performer at the critical moment, the decisive and a pivotal moment. And I would appreciate if you could register for this channel. And if you have a question, please use the form in the podcast so that you could reach out to me. I really look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you very much. It was Kazuyoshi-san.